Well, with the winter storm on the way, staying warm is of utmost importance. Will Berry and Brandon Fisher with Barrico Fuels are here with us to talk about keeping the heat on. All right, guys, with it being so cold, folks often say, hey, I want to shut off the vents in other parts of my house so that I can keep like the bedrooms or the living room warmer. Should we do that?
Us as professionals, we don't recommend it. And that's because these systems are designed to move, a certain amount of airflow. So if for any reason we start shutting vents off or placement of furniture or things like that, then we could potentially have issues with the system overheating or freezing up. So, if it's one vent or one door shut, maybe that's okay, but we recommend keeping it to a minimal.
Okay, don't be shutting off all of the extra spare bedrooms and everything else in the house. Okay, so
Right.
Will, when you know you're going to be running your heat constantly for days, is there anything that we can do at home with our stuff that we have right now to make our system work better?
Sure. Well, there's some tips to make sure your home's maximizing performance. You can open up your blinds so the sun comes in during the daytime to add some warmth to the home. Some people put towels or blankets in front of door jambs where you might have some air leakage. Other thing is check for window leaks or anything that might have a crack in it that you haven't noticed, just some cold air coming into the home. The other thing is wear additional layers around the house. It's going to add to your comfort. You won't feel like you got to crank the heat up a little bit higher just to stay comfortable. So those are some cheap and easy ways to do it. In addition to make sure your filters are changed and your systems have been maintained consistently year over year.
That's right. While you're at home, when the snow's coming down, just change those air filters. Make sure that they're clean the way that they should be. All right, so Brandon, Will, maybe this is a tag team effort on your part. Is there a specific temperature that we should be keeping our thermostat at to make sure that our HVAC system still runs okay and we're not overtaxing it?
Well, the biggest thing for us is just to make sure that, you let the system run. When the cold temperatures are like they have been over the last 2 or 3 or 4 weeks are coming up, the system is going to run longer. It's expected. But one of the biggest challenges is that don't go to the thermostat and raise it up 3 or 4 degrees thinking that it's going to be warmer that much quicker. It's going to have to work that much harder because everything in the home is typically at that set point at that time.
The other thing too is a common misconception is that folks might say, well, I keep my temperature on in my home the same degrees, whether it be 72 or 68 degrees every month of the year. And why is my bill higher? And what people don't calculate is the temperatures outside are what we're fighting against. So when the average temperatures outside are 10, 15, or sometimes 20 degrees below average temperatures, your system's going to work that much harder combating the outside environments, not what you're calling for in the house.
Gotcha.
So that is what helps or leads to higher utility bills or additional usage of fuel or gas.
Gotcha. And okay. And I know it's going to be like a snow day for the kids out there. I bet it's not a snow day for your crews.
No, we'll be glad to help any customers in need, with safety on the forefront of our minds. But we plan to have a full crew ready and eager to help our community.
All right. We appreciate your time and your expertise. Thank you so much.